will receive it again. Okay, then I will go to recruitment, in applications, remove the filters. Yeah, I have a CV. It's received for my CV, and you will find the attached is attached also. My CV is attached, so you can just check the attached CV and write the remaining name like blah 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 blah, all the information of the phone, of the mobile, and the source, and what is the next action, and what is the salary expected, like that, and move it from step to another step. Just now I show you how you can receive it from email, like if you have email for the jobs@yourcamera.com. Okay? Okay, Manon?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So what will happen, for example, if this is moved from step to another step? I need the system automatically send the email for this applicant, so we can edit the stage and add inside the stage to send the email if any applicant reach to this stage. So how we can do that? We can go to the stage and just make it edit, and we can link it with templates. So anyone reach to this stage, the system automatically will send an email. Okay. So if we go now, if we check Ahmed, where is the CV? You'll find when I moved to this stage, system automatically send this template for him. Okay. Okay. But, yeah. So I have this application is approved. So I received this email. Okay. Automatically. Okay. So now like that, so we can move it from step to another step like that. After that, if we send him proposal and he accepted, we can convert it to employee. So we have just contact name should be unique. So I think that I have this as before. Yeah. So I will move this one and save it, and we will. I have the same name before, but Ahmed 12, like that. Okay, so I will just create. You have the final. Okay, so I have, yeah, I didn't choose this one, so I would choose Odoo and choose the department. Then I will convert to employee profile. Okay. So now you have all the information. You can complete the remaining, like all the information, mobile, email, like that, and his personal information like nationality, ID number, passport number, bank, the gender, male or female, or others, status like the single, married, like that, and the birth date, birthplace. And this is very important point that we have to take it copy and make the home address, because it will be create a partner for him. It will be create partner for this. This will use it in the payroll. Okay. So this is the cost of timesheet. If anyone make a timesheet, here is the cost of this employee, which is related to the timesheet. Okay. I can link this person with its user, so I can just make a user by the name of this person. Okay. I can make Ahmed@test.com, and I can give him the right access right I want, but I need to tell you that I have profile of the employee, and I have to link it with a related user. Okay.
All right.
One more thing, just I want to go back to application. What will happen if I need, for example, this one, I need to just start survey. So we have button called start survey. Okay. So if I will interview him, so I will have like the linked survey templates. Okay, which is related to this job. So we'll find like that, for example, if I will interview you, so I will start to answer the questions which related to this one according to the template. Okay, so we'll find like that. As you know, how we can design this template, we can design from survey. Okay, you can write like that, blah 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 blah, and then create next, because it is not mandatory. So I will skip all this information, then I will make submit. Thank you, like that. So you can go back, but it will forward me to the survey module. Okay, but I will go to recruitment again. So now let's summarize what I said in the recruitment. You can create the job title or job positions. After that, you can create application. Maybe these applications you received manual or you created manually from the system, or you can receive it from email. Or another option, you make your website based on Odoo. So you publish this job position based on your website. Anyone can apply on the website, right? So, but to do that, you have to activate online jobs. So I need to activate online jobs to just let anyone to apply to the job from my website. Okay. I mean, just I will tell you. You have to add the template to the stage of the hiring. Okay. So now you have like that. You have this is job title, and they have some titles. It is not published, so I can publish like for example the Odoo manager. I can publish it to be. So I can just click publish. Okay. And I can design for the website. I can design the page for this one. So I can design it should be blah 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 like features. You can design what about the job. Okay, for anyone to apply. Okay, so anyone will visit the website. He will find apply now. So he can write his name like that. Sarah. No. And you can write Sarah because I have many at test.com. And she can add his number and the introduction about herself, and she can make a test for his CV, anything like that, and then can make submit the CV. Okay, so if we go back to our recruitment, you will find the new applications which you received from the visitor to your website. Okay, so let's go back to recruitment again. You will find if I go to the HR Odoo manager because she applied for this position, so I can go direct. You will find Sarah application and there is the attached document is there. So you can continue the same cycle. Okay. Do you have a question till now? You have a question? Clear? Manam?
Yeah, or
What? Okay, so now we starting from hiring to open the profile of the employees. So we know we have like all the employees in the company. So we have like that all the employee. We can link it with everything like that, like what we did. So now let's make contract for Ahmed. So we can what we can do. We can go to for example, I can go to contract, or I can go to the employee itself, himself, and starting to write contract from this way. So I can write create and add contract. Again, contract. Okay. Okay. So you will find there is automatically the system retrieve the name, the manager, the job title, the management department, and they have to enter the basic salary. Here is the basic salary like 1,000. I can enter the trial period for this person, so I can enter the trial period like from this date to this date. Then I can enter the date of the period of the contract. Okay, so it will be for one company. After that, I can enter the working schedule. What is the working schedule? Let's check it. But for the working schedule, you can find that I'm enter Monday. He will start like I can choose write text and choose from the drop down list the date, and he should start from 2. And in the same Monday, he has a 1 hour break. So it's from 12 to 13. It will be break. We'll continue again from 13 to 17. This should be for every day. Okay. The Saturday and Sunday is weekend. Okay, our weekend. So I will save it just I do the contract. We will use this point when we reach to the payroll, okay? But before the payroll, I want to manage another point which is related to the leaves, okay? So how we can manage leaves? I will install, it's called what? Holiday, I think holiday. Leave management module, so I will install this module. This is to manage the leave of any employee in the company. So in the leave, we have many leave type. We have, like, for example, the annual leaves, we have the sick leaves, we have emergency leaves, like that, right?
Yes, true.
Unpaid leaves. For the unpaid leave is not limited, but for the annual leaves it's limited, like 13 days, for example, at your site, or 25 at our site. So we will go to how we can do that. We will go to leaves. So we'll find the configuration. Here is all types of leaves. What we will find inside the screen, you will find here is the name of the type. You will find you want to apply double validation or not. Double validation like to approval, okay? And you have to mark it. It is allowed to override the limit or not. Like for unpaid, there is no limit. So I have to check this box to just let him override the limit. And for some specific leaves, it is not allowed to override the limit. For example, the legal leaves, or this is the annual leaves, okay? It is not allowed to the employee to just override the limit. This is colors for the reporting. We will show you later, okay? I will show you this point. I choose it to be black. I can add many types as you want. So you can add, like, for example, what you have. Once we can add, for example, add the hedge leaves, like that. I can add many types as you want, okay? It is not allowed to override the limit, like that, okay? Sick leaves may be allowed to override the limit. It's already allowed to override the limit.
Casual leaves.
Casual leave is the legal leaves. This is the casual leaves, okay?
All right.
You can create what you want, but see, by the end, before, yes, that's what I will explain now. So how we can add, for example, I need to add for you 10 days. For example, if we go to Ahmed first, I need to go to Ahmed profile, which we created now. So we'll find in his profile now, there is no days for him. He doesn't have for where what is the leaves? Can you see leaves? Sorry. Just a second. I just to see all the options. I have to activate this point. So I will go to Ahmed again. Where is the film? Yeah. You know that there is a quickly shortcut. If I can't get it, so I can write it quickly. So Odoo will propose me what to search. So you can search quickly. You know that? Yeah. Yeah. So you can write it like that. You can write it. This is very shortcut. So you can find that I need to go. Yeah, you'll find the legal leaves remaining is 0. Doesn't have any legal leaves. So how I can add balance for Ahmed? How I can add this? So to add balance for Ahmed, we have to go to leaves, okay? And it's called allocation request. Leave request if you wanted to take leaves. If you want to add days for the balance, you have to make allocation request. So if I want to add allocation request, for example, for legal leaves, I need to add it by myself. I will add it to Ahmed. I will add 10 days. Save. Because I choose this should be added based on two double validation, like it should be including double validation. So the double validation, it will be appeared in the allocation request or leave request. So I can make approval. You will find the second approval by admin. I will make another approval to be finally approved, and then we will go to Ahmed profile to check his profile. Now, if we go to the setting, Ahmed, so we'll find 10 days. It will be added to Ahmed profile. Okay. So now, if Ahmed wanted to take a leave, so he can go. I will do that by admin, but he can do by his user. Okay. So if he wanted to take a leave, just I need to change Peter to be Ahmed. I will make a request for Ahmed. If he wanted to take a leave, so let's try to, you will find he has 10 remaining out of 10, okay? While he has 0, this is limited, which has numbers is limited leaves, while this is not limited leaves, okay? So
All right.
let's try Ahmed will take like from this day to this day. It's like he will take 20 days. Do you think that the system will approve or accept this option? Yes or no?
No.
No. Let's check. Let's check. So we'll find, yeah, your number does not cover this what you want. So we have to decrease this option. So I will make it from 11 to 20, like 3 days. Then he can just, the normal employee can just make save. His manager can make approval. Not his manager, I will tell you who can make approval, and then another double validation, it will be accepted. It is not his manager directly, this is an issue on Odoo, but anyone has authority called officer. Okay? You will find Odoo HR ضعيف. Okay, so if we check Ahmed profile, we find he has 7 days related to this days, or have 7 days remaining. Okay, the question now, which is very important, so how I can add days for many employees at the same time. I don't want to go to Ahmed, then Manam, then so we can add tag. We can add tag. For example, can add tag called employee. I can add many tags. But this is the first tag. I can add it for Ahmed. I can add tag for another one. Let's go to anyone. I need to Antonio, for example. Antonio also has 0 leaves, so I will add. He has also the tag. Okay, so we can, instead of adding leaves by person, by employee, so we can add it for the batch. How we can do that? By easy way, you can go to allocation request and they can make create, then it choose the mode by tag. Then I will choose the tag, which is anyone has tag employee. It will be added. I will add for him. You can choose which type of leave you want to add. I will choose the first type and I want to add 4 days for him. So anyone, this is batch, anyone has tag employee, the system automatically will add 4 days for him. Like I will find 11 for Ahmed and I will find 4 for Tony now, right? This is the balance.
Right.
This is the balance it should be. So let's waiting for the final approval. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, if we go to again to the profile to check what is the changes, if I go to Ahmed, so I will find this is 11, right? And if I go to Antonio, which was 0, so I expected to find 4. Add it. That's it. So I can add it as a one batch. So we see how we can add balance, how we can create leave type, how we can make it limited with days or not, how we can just make it to double approval, and how we can add it for batch leaves for many employees once. Okay?
Yep.
Not that you will go to a location request, but you will make it by tag. Okay. Now I will move to another point, which is that this is the main point. This is the main point we will discuss. This is including the we finish the recruitment like that. I will go to expenses, after that appraisal, after that the payroll. Okay. So the expenses is very good module actually. So we have first to install it. So I will go to applications, then I will go to expenses. I need to expenses management. Yes, this one, yeah. Expenses tracker. Okay. Till now, anyone has any question related to the leaves? Clear? Clear? Clear, Manam?
Yeah, all done.
Good. After installing the leaves, so let's go to what? Let's go to expenses. Yeah, sorry. What is expenses? Yeah, here is expenses. For example, let's call Sarah is Ahmed is employee. So Ahmed can make expenses. For example, if I go to client office, so and I wanted to just get the money which I paid for the tax, so I need to get it paid from the just if I take taxi to go to Uber, to go to the client office, and I need to collect this money from the accountant department at my site. What will happen? I have to send for approval to my manager. Then after my manager make approval, it will be go to the accounting department. It should be accepted to make a journal like accrual amount. After that, he should make a transaction if he paid it. Okay? How we can do that? By easy way. I will make it by admin. I will make everything by admin. Okay? So I will get مثلا Uber fees. Okay? So I will choose a product. We have specific products. Why this is the only product which I can select? Because this product is marketed as can be expenses. So if you want to add any product to be listed, so you have to give him check can be expensive. Okay? Save it. You can define the cost to be just retrieved automatic, or you can change it from interface. So I will make it $100. Okay? And you can make the reference for the bill, and you can attach it. So you can attach it. Here is the employee and everything, it should be mapped. The expenses account, it should be retrieved automatically. Why? Because it is linked to this expenses product from the category. Okay. I can make it, this should be paid paid by employee to be just, he can recover it or just get it paid from the company later. So I will make safe, he can make attach, as I told you, for the receipt from the tax or from Uber, he can just create and add like receipt, he can attach his receipt. Okay, like that. Receipt. So I have to select a small one, like that. Yeah, save it. Okay, so just yeah, I can make one. For example, he can make another, like in the second day, he go to the same client and they make it phase number 2. So he can make like every day can record his expenses like in separate record. And by the end of the week, he can send the individual or can group them to send it like every week. He can send it to his manager to make approval by all the week expenses. Okay, just tick box the expenses which he wanted to send to his manager, and he can just make submit to manager. So the system will group them to be in one page. I will make it week number 3, November months. November, like I will send it to my manager to be in one line, so I can edit all the weekly expenses to be approved from my manager. Okay, so the manager, if the manager logged into the system, he will find the manager only. Anyone has officer, he will find expenses report to approve. If he check this one, he will find one report waiting for his approval. Okay, he can check it and make review of the thing, review the document and everything. So he can just make approved. Okay. After that, make approved. So will be this is the step of the accountant. So the accountant can log in. So we'll find his report. So we'll find expenses report to post, not paid, to post. If he loaded to post, he will find this one. So he can just make post journal. So the system will generate journal entries. And you will find here is the journal entries, which is related to this one, like posted. You will find what? Yeah, 2 lines. Every line is related to a specific invoice, and you will find the partner which has come from the employee. Let's check your admin partner. I need to go back for Peter, okay, and I need to check the home address. Here is the home address. He can come from this place, okay. This is the partner. After that, the accountant wanted to pay for this partner, so he can go to expenses again, and he will find report is to paid. Okay, we will find this is the report want to pay like $200, so he can just make register payment, and the same like accountant, he can choose which option he want to pay like that, and he can pay for the employee. This is the site. Okay. So
Perfect.
how I can give the rules? If you go to setting and make everything with admin, but you can go to setting, you will find in the HR, the setting users. So if you go to users, you will find here is everything. It will be managed from this one. For expenses, for example, you will find everyone. You can give him what is the access. For expenses, you can give him officer or manager. For the expenses, for the employee profile, you have officer employee, officer, manager to make the approval based on the leave. He can if he take employee only, he can't make accept for leaves. For example, he can make request but can accept. For officer, one officer can accept in a leave. Yes. And the second, yes. And the for manager, he can do what the officer doing plus the configuration. Like he can add new type of the leave request, leave type, but the officer can't add new type. He can make approval, can't take access the configuration. This is the situation. Okay. Accountant should take option account. Pay accountant also. Okay. This is like I told you where you can control the access right of everyone. Okay. Now we will move to another point, which is appraisal. After that, we will go to the payroll. Should be the last point. I think that we have appraisal, then payroll. Okay. So the appraisal, we have to first to activate the option of appraisal. Okay. Appraisal, so I have to activate this option. Okay. Sure. Pull the HR. So we have the appraisal. Now if we go to we have appraisal like that. We have the module for the appraisal. So we'll find there is the appraisal like appraisal start, sent, like that, like status. Okay, for the appraisal. What I mean by the appraisal, you can define planning. Let's make it easy. If we go to, we have two ways. If I go to, for example, for the employee, so I have, let's check Ahmed. So I have now appraisal one. So I can just check boxes that I need his manager. See, before doing that, I have to link it with a manager. It's called admin. Meter. Okay. So if I link it with his manager, so if I go to appraisal, so you'll find, if we check this one, so you'll find the system automatically make his manager, and you can add many managers to evaluate him. But he will ask you to just choose also which is form of the appraisal. The form which we build, you can build any form as you want, like appraisal for this employee. You can let the employee to evaluate himself, okay? And you can add, for example, another form, okay? You can add this call to evaluate him like that. You can add any person to evaluate him like that. So you can add what is the hierarchy and what you want to add to evaluate him according to this condition. You may not choose all the options. It's up to you, okay? Periodic, like you want to be repeated every year or every day or every month. It's up to you, okay? So you can choose what is the periodic appraisal. So, and you have to enter the first one. Like I need, for example, it will be started today. So every month it will be generated a appraisal, right? In
Yes.
24 December, it will be appraisal, generate another appraisal. You can add yearly, monthly, it's up to you totally, like that. What will happen, like there is a scheduler, it should be run and send email for anyone should be make a appraisal with his link for the appraisal form, okay? But there is a scheduler should be run. But now I will show you quickly, just if we'll find something like that. Like that, it will be something like that. If we have a scheduler, yeah, it can be, it should be sent, it will be sent when the date is coming. So you'll find, yes, everyone will receive email, so you can just apply the question or answer the questions which is in the same form. That's it. Okay? That's it. So you have, this is the plan, or this is the appraisal module in Odoo. Okay? So 3 is sent, but 0 is answered till now. Okay? But I can, because I have to wait to the scanner like that, so I just give you the idea of how it is working. Okay? Now, do you have a question related to this point? Question? So now I will have to the big and the very important point, which is payroll. Okay? Payroll. To just explain the payroll, I will activate two options like payroll and the payroll accounting. Okay? To link the payroll with accounting. So we have two options. You can let the payroll working without linking with accounting, or you can link it with accounting. It's up to you. Okay? Claim, yeah. So if you install the payroll only, it will not link it with accounting. Like when you make approval for the salary or this slip, it will not generate any journals. But if you activate the option of payroll accounting, which is, I didn't activate it, so I will activate it again. It will be linked with accounting module. Link the payroll with accounting module. So I have to install it. Okay. I didn't install it. You have to look. I will do it by Excel board. I don't know. I will explain it. Okay. Do you see my screen? What is that? I have a plan to share this video. HR, maybe I will share it for free. Now I think this is the first time that you will appear in this video. If you want to cut it, do you have an issue? Okay. Yes, good. Okay, so I will just explain the concept with Excel sheet like we did again. Again, the same error. the unlimited error. Sorry. لا ما حدش يقول خلص امتى، ما عنديش الطلبه بتاعتي تقول خلص امتى، هو خلاص اخلص، خليك مركزه بس دلوقتي اخلص كل الجو سليم. See, we have actually payroll like just we have categories like allowances. We have deduction. For example, I can have many categories. Insurance, for example. I have many categories. I have like, for example, basic, right? The basic it should be, and they have, this is called category. Categories, okay? For example, the allowances, like if you have house allowance, it's allowances, right?
Yes.
Okay. If you have phone allowances, it is allowances. If you have transportation allowances or car allowances, so all of these allowances. If you have incentive, so all this is allowances. Yes, all this is like allowances. It should be added to the. I have basic. For example, you have basic, and all of this is allowances. Okay. Deduction.
Yes.
What's the deduction? Maybe you have attendance deduction. The
Phone deductions.
sorry.
Phone deductions or
Phone deduction should be allowance. You didn't have phone deduction. Oh, you it should be allowance, not deduction.
no deductions as well. Overusing.
Yes. So we have in Egypt we have attendance deduction. In some cases we can add under the deduction insurance. But if I make separate categories, so I can add insurance like the category insurance, okay? But it is type of the deduction, okay?
Okay.
I can add, for example, any penalty, like any penalty, okay? And in some cases I add rules. This is called what I write is called rules. This is called rules, and this is called categories. This is called salary category, and the remaining called salary rules. Okay, called rules. Salary rules. Okay, rules.
Okay.
So in the common case that I have other incentive, it is not I'm planning something for any additional unliberal. It is not periodic. It is not mandatory. It is zero by default. But I can add you incentive for you make a good job, so I can add it like reward for you. Anything. Also for the penalty, if you do anything not ethical, so I will add penalty. It is not fixed, not unknown. So just I add it as a rule. So now this is all the rules. But actually, structure. I can add structure from using these rules. Structure 1 and structure 2. What I mean, maybe someone has the basic, okay? The first structure has house allowance like it is normal employee. But he doesn't have phone allowance. He has like, what is the T meaning? What does meaning? Transportation. He doesn't have incentive because he just have this one. He have a penalty like all the penalty for sure. Because if he may maybe not have incentive but should have deduction. He have insurance deduction. Okay. In the structure 2, we can make difference. Like I have the manager have all these things. Have all these things. Then have all the not. For example, the manager doesn't have attendance deduction. He manager can come anytime as he wants, so doesn't have deduction. He has insurance. Okay. So I have now two categories. The same rules, but I can create it from this rules many categories. Many categories like the normal employee and the managers. So by the end, I created Ahmed. So Ahmed related to which structures. After that, I have to go to contract to link Ahmed with this structure, and link Muhammad with this structure, and link Minam with this structure. So if I link Minam with structure number 2, so there is no penalty will be applied. If I link Ahmed with structure number 1, so penalty will be applied under this item, but there is no full allowance will be for him. Okay. So this is the configuration of the payroll in the Odoo. Let's go to apply that to the system. If we go to now, where is the payroll? So you have now to create, let's go to configuration. You can create rules categories, which we created, like basic, allowance, insurance, deduction, net, blah, blah, blah. You can add insurance. There is no insurance. You can add it. So you can, if you want to add in a category, just write the name. Okay. After that, you have to create the rules, right? Salary rules. If you create rules, for example, we have, remember this one, we have net. So the net is related to category net. And we have, it's like, he make a category called net. Basic, he make rules called basic and link it with category basic. Let's, for example, go to house allowance, house rent. So it is related to allowance category, okay? And you have the option to write the name, code, sequence, should be asked to be appeared in the payslip or not, we will see. And you have, here is the, like the equation. I have condition to be like it be applied always, or C, we can make what is this, it is based on what. Maybe the rules should be fixed, like you have to have, it is fixed for some cases to be percentage from what, from anything. So I can make it like fix it. So like the house allowance, it should be 100, it's fixed. Or I can make it percentage, and I have to have technical skills to write, this is the basic salary which we defined in the contract. Did you remember we defined 1,000 for Ahmed in the contract, okay? Called wage. So I make it 40% from the wage. So if I apply this rules for Ahmed, while I have my fixed, my basic 1,000, so automatically the system will calculate the house allowance, which should be 400, I think. And if you take like 100 and applied this rules based on your salaries, it will be automatically calculate $40. Okay, so it will be like percentage. Okay, this is like that. You have children. If you wanted to add sub rules to these rules, you have accounting. So I have to link, if I want to just this amount to map to the accounting, I can link it with the accounting. You can link which rules you want. For the inputs, as I told you, I have in some cases rules I need to enter, not calculated automatically. It is unknown. It is unknown. It is not zero by default, but maybe I can add it for a specific month or for a specific employee. So for example, let's get this one. I have to make like other, we will explain it when we generate salary for one. We'll see how it can be used. So for example, I have to enter inputs. I will make just one only. I have make inputs. Let's check all other allowance. Okay. I will make it like that. I will make it called other allowance. So I have to write name and write code. After that, you have to write, maybe in some cases you can write Python code, not fix it, not range, but you write Python code. But it's very easy to do it. For example, how I can do it, just I can remove the first one. I can just take copy from any exist rules, just to change the inputs. The rules, it means that this is the name, and it should be the other allowance. I have to write the code, so I will make it this like that. Other allowance. That's it. Save it. How we can use this? We will see. We will see how we can use this. So I make like inputs and make Python code like what you said. So what about the net? The net I can make it by Python code. Python code, what is the net? That what is the employee will collect by his hand by the end. So make Python code. The result it will be any rules under category basic plus any rules under category allowance plus any rules under category deduction. So you will tell me it is not correct. Why? You will tell me it should be minus, right?
Yes.
Deduction. It is based on what is the rules. Maybe I make, for example, we wanted to find any deduction. There is no deduction. What is the deduction? I need deduction. Tax, for example, this deducts tax. I enter the deduction by minus. Okay.
All right.
So I have to make it plus deduction. If I make it positive, so I have to make it the net minus deduction. Okay. So I defined my rules. So I have to go to define structures. Okay. So you can, for example, you can make. I will make it new one. I will add, for example, for me, I will add all. You can select specific ones if you wish. Okay. You can add. You can add, make a new salaries structure as you want. You can select specific items like that. Okay. So now we finish the configuration. We have to link it with employee, right? So if we go to Peter, for example, I need to go to Peter. This one. I will create a contract for him. I think he has a contract. So it's create a contract for him. So I will add the wage. This is the wage, the percentage, because the house allowance is percentage from this wage. Okay. I have to link it with salary structure. I will link it with the new one which I created. Okay. You can add the salary journal. So you can define book for the salary. Okay. To link it, I can define book for salaries. I can consider it salaries or link it with existing one. It's up to you. So I will create journals for him. It will be miscellaneous like that. All the salary, blah blah blah. So I make a specific journal book for the salaries. Okay. Now I need to generate payslip for this employee. So by easy way, we will go to payroll. After that, we'll create payslip for admin, not admin, Peter. Okay. The system automatic will retrieve the salary structure, retrieve the contract, retrieve everything, and you will find here is the addition other allowance which we did as an input. Okay. Let's first make compute sheet and check in the second tab. You will find it will be calculated everything. So we'll find the basic. It's coming like basic. We have, I think, the tax. It was fixed 100 to 200, so it's coming to 200. So the net it calculated automatically. The gross it should be calculated automatically based on the equation. Everything it will be calculated automatically. We'll find. I think. Do you remember that we have house allowance was 40% from the basic, which is 1,000. So it's calculated 400. You will see that other allowance is 0. For example, I need to add for you because you answer a good question today, Moran. So I need to add five pounds for you. So this is for a specific case for a specific month. So I can go to this other input and add 5 in the during doing the payslip. This is the benefit of inputs. It is just a specific. You can add more. You can add other deduction. Okay. So if we go, I click compute again. So if we go to the computation, so we'll find the what is other allowance, it should be added 5 for you, and you will find the net it should be changed automatically by adding a 5. Okay.
Can we share this by email to employee automatically?
Every employee can see only his payslip. So by accessing the system, he will see this screen, and he will see only the document which related to him.
But we cannot send email.
Not sending email because we already give him email access to the system. He can see, you can see it but we can print it and send it by email if you wish. But the concept is that the employee has to make his leave request and he has access to the system, so he can, here is the print. If you print, you'll find everything like that. Okay. Before before doing the confirmation, I forget to do something. I will go to salary structure and I will link, see how we can link it with accounting. I will go to net. For example, I need to link the inputs, the net only, for example. Okay. So I will go to the accounting in the net configuration and the link what is the debit and the credit. It is up to you totally. But for example, I will make it expenses like salary expenses, and I will make the credit is, for example, cash or accrual salaries. It's up to you. Okay. So you can select what is the debit and the credit account for you. Okay. Then let's
Sorry,
go.
my screen is not moving.
Oh my God, it's a very important point. So let's reading, then share it again. Share it. No, sorry. Share it again. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I will go to the filter again. So it is drafted now. I cannot change anything because it is not confirmed. If I confirm it, it will generate an item. You'll find here is in the accounting, it is automatically linked with the salary which I defined in the contract. Okay. So let's make a confirmation and see what will happen. You will find entry, accounting entry. So you can click to the accounting entry. You will find here is the debit and the credit, and here is the everything is fine. Okay, that's it. So you just generate, link everything in rules what you want to generate debit and the credit according to with this amount. If you remember, we have the net with this 2680. So you will find 2680. 2680. Okay, that's it. So this is how you can link it. So this is how you can link it. Last point, how we can generate this slip for many employees at the same time. Okay, not one by one. So you can go to slip batch and just click create, and for example call the November payroll. Then you will generate e-slips. You have to choose a date. So you will find to choose, first you have to choose which employee you have to generate this payroll. For example, choose 1, 2, 3, or choose all as you like. Select it. I have to click, let's start it from the beginning. Save it, cancel, need to cancel. Not need to cancel, so I have to generate, okay? So I have to generate, I think, let's wait, yeah. So if I want to make it again, I have to just choose a date, write name, choose a journal, and click on generate slip. So I will have to select which employee I have to generate his payroll, like that, like 3, 4, or choose all. Then I will select them. Then I will click on generate. So Odoo will generate draft for all employees. So if we go to slip, we have 3 drafts now. You can just check the last update and you confirm it one by one. That's it. Okay. Now, you have any question? Now I finish the HR module. We have, I think, let's check our agenda to make sure that we know the profile, the contract, recruitment, leaves, appraisal, expenses, and all the payroll, and link it with accounting. So now I finished the HR module. So you have any question? You have any question?
No, cool.
Cool. I have a question. So I promise you that I will finish at 4. It's 4. We have 10 minutes. You can answer the question. We're finished. Okay. That's it. Thank you for your attention. We will meet tomorrow to explain the production and all the remaining part, e-commerce and the website builder and everything related to the production, like quality, maintenance. Like tomorrow we will try, it will be just, we have many topics we have to discuss. So we will start at 11 because we have many topics. go to sleep directly. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mina.
Bye.